Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Ironman profile. In today's video, we're doing a lot more lava fishing, as well as talking about something that is just confusing to me. Like, I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. So we'll get into that today. It's an update that could possibly be hitting the main server rather soon, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see if you guys want to know my opinions on that. But without further ado, I say leave a like and subscribe, and let's jump right into today's video. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking on the Hypixel store for the ongoing fire sale, don't forget to use my career code. It is code Zach, spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you type that in checkout, you'll actually save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel, and I do greatly appreciate everyone that uses my code. You guys are the best. Let me know in the comments down below if you got the Black Cat fire sale skin or if you're gonna pick up the Tiger one. But without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Before we talk or get into any gameplay, we have something we need to discuss, and it involves the curator over at the museum because there's some big changes coming. Currently, the museum system is rather interesting. You have weapons, armor sets, and rarities, and special items. 3 of these categories are actual items, and the special items are kind of just various oddities that kind of just have a place to be put if you need to. So that's kind of convenient. The other ones, though, are like certain items you have to go out into the Skyblock world and obtain and put into your museum, and in return, you are given a museum reward. Every time you donate a unique item, your required donations goes up by 1, giving you a new museum reward. And that museum reward is typically Skyblock XP throughout. There's some that don't give any for some reason. But there's over like 300, and how many items are there now in the game that can be donated for XP? 352 items for XP, 362 items currently have a home in the museum. That's a lot of items. It's been really interesting because one thing that they decided not to do early on was when you donate an item, it gives the same amount as early game as it does late game, except for it doesn't really. And that's what they're trying to fix on the alpha server, is that basically they're giving certain amounts of rewards / Skyblock XP depending on how hard it was to get that item. So for example, like a rogue sword, it's not going to give a ton of Skyblock XP. It's going to give like 1, maybe 2 Skyblock XP, compared to like a dark claymore, which is obviously a lot more tedious to get, will give way more. However, they basically already have that system in place because as you progress through, you get more XP per donation. Like if you go all the way back here, you're only getting 6 per donation. You go further back, you're getting 4, all the way up until late game when you start getting 10 XP per donation. So this system was kind of in without being in, because obviously the more items you donate, some of those have to be some of the expensive ones. So it was kind of like balancing itself out. And in total on Skyblock right now, there is a whopping 2,775 Skyblock XP up for grabs just from the museum alone. That's a lot of Skyblock XP. Nearly 28 levels worth of XP was available. And then they decided to roll some stuff on the alpha. Now, I'm actually quite for the changes. It's just the way they went about doing it is just strange. Let's hop on the alpha server. Okay, we are now on the alpha server, and if you come over to the museum, you no longer have the curator. It's just Elizabeth here, and it kind of just opens up. The curator's down here. Actually, what's he say when you talk to him down here? The museum is almost complete. Your tireless efforts have brought us to the brink of greatness. Okay, good to hear. Glad my contributions have been helping. They haven't changed anything about the build, actually. This is what I just wanted to check quick. I didn't really look earlier, but still the same museum build, which is cool to see. I like the museum build, so no complaints there. But basically, when you talk to Elizabeth now, there are way more items that can be donated. In fact, there's 483 items compared to 362, which no complaints here. I always thought it was strange that like every single Skyblock item in the game that is like a unique item should have a place in the museum. Like otherwise it was just weird that it didn't. Like they finally had a spot for like Celeste Wand, Squire Sword, Aspect of the Jerry, whatever it may be, it should have a home in the museum. So I'm glad that that is the case. However, they've made it so there's over 120 new items and somehow less Skyblock XP, which makes no sense to me. Now I can only get 25 levels from the museum, when on the main server, I'm currently already getting 26, and they reduced all my donations previously. I've already donated some of the new items to the museum, by the way, and I'm only getting 1,934 XP out of a possible 2,533. So for anyone who was looking on the main server, that is minus 7 levels. And maybe the only reason why I'm butthurt about this update is because I lose my red level prefix that I literally worked so hard to get. It's gone. I don't have my red level prefix. I know I can get it back, but I did the math on all the items I can donate that I currently have obtained in the game, because they also made quite a few kind of controversial items able to be donated to the museum, which is quite strange, such as the Devon's drill, the pendant of Devon, which was already in the museum, but it is what it is. They've yeah, so it's a little rough. For 50 Skyblock XP, I have to get a pendant of Devon, and I have to get a Devon's drill. If I ever want to have max Skyblock XP, I'm gonna be honest, I planned on getting them anyways, but it's just the fact that if someone gets RNG carried on one of these two, they just have 25 more XP than me for a while. So it is what it is. I'm glad it's in there, but just a strange way to go about doing it, because there's less Skyblock XP to be gained now, but more work required in terms of stuff you have to do. I do understand that this is a better and more scalable system. And every 100 Skyblock XP obtained from Museum Eleanor will reward you. Special items do not reward Skyblock XP, and these are your total milestones. So basically, they've made it so that bank interest increases based on your museum donations, which is pretty cool. As well as being able to access Shen specials, how much you can bid on auction, which doesn't really affect me, but I'm sure it affects most of you watching. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I like that they've added, like, all these items that should have been in the museum to begin with. Like, they added all the golden and diamond heads, like, mainly in the rarities category. They added so many items in the rarities category. But as you can see, a lot of these give, like, 1 Skyblock XP, which is kind of sad, but makes sense considering how easy some of them are. And then maybe you could argue that these should give more, but then again, if someone doesn't want to have to go and get these, then it's weird. So, I don't know. I think as they add more items, we'll get more XP from it, but it's just like, who asked for the museum update, you know? Like, why are we spending time on this, man? It's time for forging. It's time for forging. Fishing is coming to an end. The dyes have changed. They actually changed early this morning, if I'm not mistaken. It's now springtime, and, yeah, don't really have anyone fishing with me no more. But I thought I'd give you guys one last rundown of everything we got our hands on. And also, I just want to double check, make sure there's no God Rolls in here. Because, I don't know if I actually showed you guys, I did get a God Roll finally. I feel like I've been checking these non-stop to see if I do. And I'm pretty sure this is the first one I've ever gotten. But, Mugma Legs, Blazing Fortune 3, Magic Find 2 on them right now. Which isn't too bad. Obviously, I haven't been saving any of the attributes. I've kind of decided I'm not really going to upgrade any of them until I get a God Roll, and then kind of go from there. But that's the first God Roll I've gotten, which is kind of insane. Something I picked my luck up on the last like 24-ish hours is Flash Books. I actually got like 4 of those, so I need 4 more to be able to get Flash 5 onto our Hellfire Rod, and then that will be all done, which will be huge. So yeah, still need 4 more of those, unfortunately. A couple more Magma Lord fragments. Is this enough for a star on anything? I have this 4-star. I bet you it's enough to 3-star my boots, though, so I may as well just to have it done. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 Magma Lord fragments, 240 Crimson Essence. There we go. A little bit extra stats on there. And then when Jerry's Workshop opened, I actually went ahead and got the Snowy Reforged for my Magma Lord Gauntlet, and I recommed them, so now everything is snowy and recommed. But yeah, I mean, the Magma Lord Gauntlet is just way more worthwhile if you don't really need... even if you do need fishing speed, if you need anything Magic Find related, 10 Magic Find on Lava Sea Creatures and some extra Sea Creature chance is actually really good. And the difference of taking this off is 5 whole Magic Find and 0.5 Sea Creature chance. So it's definitely worth having equipped. It doesn't have bad base stats, and with Snowy on it, I still get a little bit of fishing speed and obviously some Sea Creature chance extra. So yeah, definitely worth keeping on. And now I have it recommed, which is nice. Part of me wants to use my Wheel of Fates on my Magma Lord armor. I know I shouldn't. It's definitely not worth it, but it's tempting. But since we know that obviously attributes won't be a thing in the future, it's probably not worth using, and I'll hold on to the Wheel of Fates to see if they actually change their use. Looks like we also got a golden fish. This will be my last one for a while because the dyes have changed and Mayor Jerry goes into office tomorrow, so we're gonna have a lot of other things I need to be grinding. But yeah, it kind of sucks that the only good thing I got from Lava Sea Creature fishing the last few days has been Bestiary, but at least we're really close to being completely done with that. So obviously next time it's an opportune time to lava fish, I will. We're only 3 Lord Jabbases away from maxing out that Bestiary, and then for some reason our Pyroclastic Worms, we still need like 1,000 of these, which is kind of strange. But other than that, the only other Bestiaries in the lava section are Lava Blazes, Lava Pigman, which is just fishing in the Crystal Hollows, so I need to do that. That shouldn't take too long to max out, though. And then I also have Flag Blasts. I still need to do a decent amount of those. I need 7 kills in total, so 5 more, but This isn't really something you fish for on a regular basis, so I still have some work to do on that. But besides that, every other bestiary is now completely maxed out under this category, so we made some good progress there, but no Vile, no Diamond Golden Fish, which honestly, those were both things I kind of thought I would get for sure, or at least one of them, but we somehow were able to get neither. So I want to head over to Vincent really quickly, because this kind of partially determines what I like to do during the week, and if there's any good dies, then that's kind of the path I like to follow, especially if it's something I still need to grind out. So the new dies this year, we have... Ooh, Cyclamen dies 2x. Okay, so that's like any mob in the Crimson Isle. That's honestly not bad. Maybe I'll work on some bestiaries, you know? See if I get lucky. Then we have Flame Die. This I actually don't mind because I do plan on doing some Blaze Slayer during the Aatrox perks of Mayor Jerry. So there will be a good amount of time I spend doing Blaze Slayer during those because I really want to get Blaze 9. And I still have like... with Aatrox perks, like 462 bosses left to do or something like that. Something kind of absurd, so it's still very unlikely I hit Blaze 9, but I'll be very close, then maybe we'll finish it off afterwards. And then we have Celestai, 3x this year. Okay, draw from killing a Sven Packmaster. That's rather interesting. Maybe I do some Wolf Slayer until I max out all my wolf-related bestiaries. That's actually... okay, 2 Slayer dies, huh? Okay, so... I think I have Old Wolves maxed out. I still need 5,000 more Wolves to max out this bestiary, so maybe I'll do that. And then in the park, I have Soul of the Alphas done, but I'm nowhere close on the other 2. So maybe I just go until I max these out and just do some Sven Slayers, see if we get lucky. I don't need anything else from Sven Slayer, so that'll be kind of an afterthought. I definitely want to prioritize doing some Inferno Demon Lords, trying to get Blaze 9. That is the most beneficial to me. But yeah, Cyclamen dies also interesting. Okay, cool dies. They're all kind of Magic Find related too, which is actually really good considering we're getting Mayor Jerry, and Mayor Jerry does increase, I'm pretty sure most, if not all, stats by 10% or something like that. That's one of his perks. Increases most stats by 10%. So yeah, that's quite beneficial. Probably like the best time to get some Slayer ones, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and drop a Flame Die this week or something. We'll be the second one on the server. We'll have to wait and see. Unfortunately though, that is all the time I have for today's video. Yeah, just spent a lot of time fishing this week, which isn't the most exhilarating content, but I wanted a Vile or a Diamond Golden Fish so bad, and we didn't get either, which is rather unfortunate. It is what it is. There'll be other times for us to fish. Maybe I'll even go keep fishing right now. Part of me kind of wants to go do some Sven Slayer, though, so you guys will find out when I upload tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching today's video all the way to the end. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach if you find yourself checking out for the remainder of the ongoing fire sale. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.